Happy Halloween! It's time for one of my favorite holidays and the one that I just really show up for the most. Halloween inspires me creatively more so than any other holiday. I just love the Halloween aesthetic, and I love shows and works that utilize them. So if you've been following me this past month, I've been drawing Gothic novels for my 13 Drawings of Halloween series, and so I've done all 13, but decided to do a final group picture, sort of, for Halloween itself. My last drawing was, well, today for me, and I'm drawing and recording this all on the 30th of October, or Mischief Night, as it's known. I actually didn't know that not everybody celebrated Mischief Night, or that it was called other names like Devil's Night or Gate Night. So, here's a little rundown. Halloween pastimes like costume parties and trick-or-treating were created to stop children from vandalizing people's homes on Halloween. And it mostly worked, but children just moved the destruction to the night before, hence Mischief Night. It's kind of funny that the All Hallows Eve has an Eve. Most people just toilet paper other people's houses and trees, though my family always brought the pumpkins in so no one could smash them. Didn't protect our mailbox though, as teens had destroyed that twice on different mischief nights. In recent years, however, I haven't seen much on homes or around town. Kids just aren't going out for Mischief Night anymore. And it may finally go away. There's probably several reasons why. In my town, the police enforce a strict curfew, and they will patrol and pick you up if they find you. Not to mention, video doorbells generally dissuade people from doing any damage to their neighbors' houses. Which is kind of sad. I never liked the destruction, but there's something weirdly enchanting about all the trees on a street covered in toilet paper. It weirdly invokes snow, and it's disheartening to see it go. It's one of those traditions we might just have to give up, and I'm a very tradition-oriented person. I like to watch all the same movies every year, I like to eat the same desserts, and go shopping even though I don't need anything. I just want to look at the stuff. But this year I decided I wanted to finally watch Over the Garden Wall, which, considering what I do, is surprising. I've never seen it. Even more surprising, I've never heard of it until a couple years ago, and it came out in 2014, while I was taking animation classes in college. I'll be real honest, and considering how much this miniseries is beloved, it might be controversial, but the first 2 episodes are just not the best paced. Some interactions happen super fast and feel weird and off, and the rest of the series doesn't feel like that, so you can't say it's intentional. I know they had some budget restrictions in some episode reordering, which may explain the odd pacing, but as I was watching, I was concerned that I wouldn't like it, and the second episode has like every Over the Garden Wall references I've seen, and I don't know if it's because it's just very October aesthetic, or if it's a well-loved episode. Good news for me and others who love this show, I ended up really liking it. I even cried, though that's not a big achievement because I cry at everything, but it did make me emotional at the end, and I did like the twist reveal, which was supposed to be the first episode apparently, and I really liked that they chose to put it later on in the series. Not to mention the animation is so well done and the backgrounds were beautiful. I can see why it's become a fall staple for some and why it has such a big following. However, I hate crying, even if it's so easy to make me do so. So I don't know if I'll watch this every year. I might just have to try and steel myself against it. But if you haven't watched Over the Garden Wall, go watch it. It's a good time. I do have a bevy of other films I also try to watch every year. I'm not always successful because life gets in the way, but here's a list of movies I like to watch each year for Halloween. By the way, I'm not a horror person at all, so this is all mostly family-friendly stuff. So I watch things like Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town 1, 2, sometimes 3, almost never 4, for obvious reasons. Nightmare Before Christmas, which I firmly maintain is a Halloween movie, not a Christmas movie. Coraline, Corpse Bride, Addams Family, and Addams Family Values. Practical Magic, which is a good movie and a lot of people seem to be discovering it recently, I think because of TikTok. Tower of Terror, this one isn't on Disney Plus for some reason, probably because they want to remake it, but you can find it on here. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, at least before Apple decided to hold it hostage. Twitches 1 and 2, Scary Godmother, Scaredy Pants, the SpongeBob SquarePants Halloween episode, Phantom of the Megaplex, Little Vampire, all of that early 2000s made-for-TV goodness. Haunted Mansion, the Eddie Murphy version, Sometimes I'll watch Hotel Transylvania, but only the first one, and mostly if I just need something to watch. I'm up for recommendations if anyone has any, and no, it's not lost to me that I did a whole series on Gothic novels and I don't watch any of their film adaptations for Halloween. Maybe something I'll remedy next year.